kind of like, the paint's kind of peeling up here a little bit. I don't like that. I'm not sure what I can do about that. Right here. So this is my very first job doing a camouflage. I mean, I had painted a camouflage on a Spitfire when I was a little kid, but that was just hand painting. It wasn't airbrushing, or it didn't even look good. Well, my first attempt at a camouflage scheme, and I wanted to do it on just a small little model like this instead of something more ambitious. This here is just a future, I think, different. Maybe I shouldn't have bothered trying to use future. I got some on the back ailerons here. I guess it kind of turned out alright, but, you know, whatever. Well, so there you go. My first attempt at camouflage. And I think I might try to touch this up a little bit. I don't know. I'm not too happy with how it looks, but, you know, whatever. Oh yeah, I can take all this crap off the bottom here too. Yeah, oh, that looks nice. So far so good on the bottom at least. So with the top, I just mostly, you know, started out with masking tape and then used a little bit of the masking solution Neo. And I should get my scissors. This will probably be easier to remove if I just make some cuts here. There. Well, let's continue with this and skip ahead, I guess, with the video. Not too exciting at the moment. Alright, so I'm going over this with Future. Just any clear acrylic will do. I'm just using Future because it's cheap. I've set this to decals. So after this dries, I am going to flip this over and do the bottom side. Now it's time to start with the decaling. And I just figured I'll start with the People's Republic of China. Or sorry, the Republic of China roundels here. So let me just start with one wing first, I guess. Now this point has to be facing up. Okay. I want to make sure these things are going to be symmetrical as well. So because this is like a super deformed kind of a airplane, the roundels have to, you know, make sure that they fit okay. And also, you know, that the wing is not really in proper, not scale, but what's the word? Dimensions, proportions. That's it. Proportions. It's not the proper proportions. Well, I guess I got that right. Let me move this over a little bit, maybe. Okay. Alright, that looks good, I suppose. I've got another one waiting to go here. And it's sliding. Let's get this wet a little bit here. And the trick is to get this proportion or symmetrical down. There we go. It is neat that they provide stickers, but you know, for people who don't have the courage, I guess, for water slides, but these are pretty sturdy water slides, so I'm happy about this. Let me see how this is looking here. I want to get this looking right on both sides, you know. How does that look? Well, I suppose I could use a little snippy ruler here. It's roughly about a quarter or a half of a centimeter. This is pointing towards the gun. I guess that's good. I suppose that's alright. Very nice decals. These are nice quality, I think. That's nice. They seem to be sturdy and they're not thick. So that's really great. Alright, so now there's going to be this red stripe here that goes along the back. That might be kind of difficult, but I think I should probably try to tackle that first before trying to do the 47 numbers. Okay. Just cut off the excess. Alright, I'm just going to let this soak. Oh my gosh, it totally flipped over and that's okay. See, it totally curled up. That's okay. As long as it soaks alright. Okay, I suppose this is ready to go here. I might want to get this wet though. Okay. don't know if I should try to cut this into segments or not. Okay. Let's pull this. Oh man, this is sliding very well. Sliding very well. Okay. Now let's see how this looks here. Oh my gosh. Is this supposed to wrap all the way around, I wonder? Boy, these decals are great. It looks like they're gonna meet. Look at that. Okay. That's you can't see that in the picture, in the instructions, but it looks like this is gonna wrap all the way around. Wow. Well, that's fantastic. Huh. If I can only get this thing to wrap around more, though. Okay. Gosh, well, these decals are easier to use than most recently the Hasegawa decals that I was touching. Now, I just need to make sure to don't touch these other decals, you know. That's the one thing that I'm really bad about. I ended up having like a decal that kind of sticking to the side of my hand or something rather because I wasn't paying attention. Oh man, that's happened to me a lot. I suck about that kind of thing. Alright, so this isn't really wanting to line up properly. Everything else about this decal is pretty nice though. Come on. Just get down, please. There, come on. Shoot. I wonder if it's supposed to be on the inside of that line. It's hard to tell. Golly. Yeah, I think it might be supposed to be in the inside of the line here. I will need to just slowly work with this. There. Okay, so there's a panel line that goes down, and it looks like this is supposed to trace along the back of that panel line. There. And then just have this meet up in the back here. I'll probably have to rely on the Mark Softer to help this to conform. So far so good though. Alright, I gotta use the Mark Setter on here. Or Mark Softer, I should say, sorry. This should hopefully get this to wrap around better. Hug the surface. There we go. Oh, look at that. This totally just stuck right to my finger here. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this is like an hour later. What the hell? It's just totally stuck. That is not good. Toilet flush, sorry. I need to do a video on my model hobby room. The restroom is like right next to my hobby room, so pardon the toilet flushes, I guess. Alright, hopefully this is going to conform, stay stuck to this darn model. I don't want to go through that. Okay, I would like to move on. Now that that red stripe is in the way, or laid down, I can start on the numbers here, the 47 and such. So I got my little decal scissors here. And just soak these. Unfortunately, the water's no longer hot. Warm water works better. I'm not really showing the whole decaling process because I'm sure it gets pretty boring and repetitive, but I have the tiger down. I've got the numbers on the back tail fin here. This is not really lining up here. This is weird. Now I've got the right number. This is lined up, but it's too long. I don't know what's going on with this. I'll have to just trim this or something later, I guess. But not really understanding why that's I don't know, maybe it was just not made right, I guess. Bizarre. So let's just lay these down here and then trim them off later, I guess. Oops. Come on. Okay. Great. Alright, so now it's time to do the tiger mouth. And first let me put down some water here. And looking at the reference. There, okay, I see where I was supposed to go now. Alright, I'm just going to pull it off this way. Oh my gosh. Camera fell. Alright. Okay. There. This just needs to sit right there on the corner, right on the edge. Just kind of pull this more if I can. Come on. I'm pulling you. Ah, jeez. Alright. Okay, good. Alright, I'll do the other side now. Okay. Now let's see if that lines up there. Great. Oh, and by the way, so I painted this red, just flat Tamiya red, but I'm gonna go over it again. Didn't like how it kind of turned out, so I'm gonna re-airbrush that later. So anyhow, I think I've shown enough of the decaling. I guess I'm gonna move on now. I'll have to do the eyes, and also the roundels on the bottom side of the wings. I'm gonna try there. Just cut off the excess there. I think that they just didn't do their math right. There. Okay. Now to go over this with plenty of the Mark Softer here. Oh shoot! Crap, this thing just totally moved. Yeah. Oh. Alright, I have to be super careful how I'm touching this. This is already kind of coming off over here too. Jeez. Okay. Whew. So instead of using the yellow tips for the the decal tips for the propeller, I masked them off and I airbrushed it with Insignia Yellow. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but it looks nice. So there you go. And then I did a clear coat of Future. Next, I am applying the decals, or decals, depending on where you live. So these are coming down pretty nicely. And then next we have these little emblems here. There we go. Not sure how that's supposed to go, but about halfway, I suppose. This goes on. Yeah. Instructions don't really say, so whatever. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I did this wrong. But when I did the Itoleri SR-71 Blackbird a few years back, I put one of the USA stars, the roundels, on the wing upside down, and I didn't notice it. And people were giving me crap over that. So when I finish the Hasegawa one, I'll make sure to not make that same mistake again. Well, here we go. Alright, so I am now done. All I need to do is flat coat and then final assembly. Put this propeller on and the drop tank, and then I'm done. Yay. This is looking pretty nice. Okay, time for a final flat coat. This is Tamiya Flat Clear XF86. Alright, now the clear coat has gone down. Nice flat coat, and it's time to take off the, oops, I spit. Take off the masking, see how it went. So far so good. There we go. Nice. So far, more or less good, I guess. I see there's a little bit of underspray that happened here. Maybe I can kind of gently scrape it off. But more or less this is turning out fairly alright, I suppose. Okay. See, maybe I can kind of help this off. There. Okay, that's kind of coming off there. And didn't gouge the plastic either, I don't think. Alright. Yeah, this is coming along just fine so far, I think. Alright, let me just continue on here. This is the last of it. I had forgotten it had these crappy these peg inserts in the canopy. It makes it look really kind of dumb. Kind of forgotten about that. Overall, though, it's cute. I wouldn't mind building another one of these. So there we go. You can see the cockpit console inside. It's pretty cool. I gotta just kind of wet this, and some of the paint kind of flaked off the masking, and it kind of got everywhere. So I guess I gotta rub that stuff off there. So I'm almost done, but not quite. I need to paint the guns and also the exhaust here. That'll be next.